Hey, Wildcats. So I'm Mrs. Russell. Lots of you guys know me. I've taught sixth grade in the building for years. This year, I'm also the librarian, and when we come back together in the building, I'm really excited to have you come and visit me there. I'm going to run through a couple of things that are meant to make your life easier now that we're working so much online. So the first thing is we're going to go over how to organize your emails, how to keep receipts for Google classes or for Google quizzes and forms that you're going to be taking, and why you should keep the receipts. We're going to go over how to take a screenshot, and then we're going to upload a file. Lots of you guys probably already know how to do this, and if you do, that's fantastic. If not, I hope that this is helpful for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my screen because I want to concentrate on the work that we're going to be doing today. So we are going to start in my email. Now, you're probably going to have your Google quizzes and forms. You're going to be accessing those through Google Classroom. But for today, mine popped up in my email, and it's called the most important task ever. So I'm going to work with that first. I'm going to click Fill Out Form. And up at the top, it's telling me that my responses will be recorded, and that's fine. So it's a really short one. I only have 2 questions that I need to be working with today. So the first one says the best type of chip is. Now, this is kind of tricky because honestly, potato chips are all fantastic. I mean, they're life. But I've got 3 choices here. I've got sour cream and cheddar ruffles. Amazing. Barbecue, always a classic, good choice. And then Takis, which I personally really love to eat crushed up on peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's really good. Go ahead and try it. These are my absolute favorites. So I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to move on to my second task. So it says, please upload your most recent iReady activity. So in your advisory class, you're going to go through and you're going to do a lot of goal setting and reflection, which makes sense because as human beings, we're constantly trying to grow and improve ourselves, right? So that might be a movement goal. Maybe you want to make your body stronger, and so you're going for walks and hikes. Maybe you're a gamer and you want to challenge yourself and get to that next level. So you're kind of setting some goals there. Maybe you have a friendship goal. You want to meet new people, or maybe you just want to be a better friend, maybe be a better listener, right? So you're going to be setting goals like that, but you're also going to be setting academic goals. And one of the ways we're going to do that is by looking at your iReady activity, and that's both for math and for literacy. So in order to add this file, what I'm really going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of the work that I've been doing in iReady. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go up to the Clever icon, and you're going to click that. And it's going to take you to your Clever dashboard where you're going to access some different things. And yours might look different than mine. But right here, I can see the iReady symbol, right, which is the little square. So I'm going to click that. Sometimes it'll say, do you want to log in with Google? Yes, you want to use your school Gmail account. Now, my iReady dashboard and your iReady dashboard are going to look different, right? Because we do different things. I'm kind of monitoring students, and you're just focusing on your own work. On your dashboard, you've got a little icon. It kind of looks to me like a little notebook. And you can check your progress, right? So let's say I'm pretending that I've been working on vocabulary this week. Maybe I've been doing prefixes, and I just ran through the lesson, and then I did the activity quiz, and I got a 75%. And I want my teacher to know because they're asking for it in a Google form. But maybe I'm going to send that screenshot to my parent too. Or maybe I live with my grandma, and she said that I can't do a sleepover until she's seen that I've done some work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. Now, depending on what device you have, like whether you're doing it on a phone or a Chromebook that you've checked out from the district, it might be different. And so if you don't know how to do it, you can just Google, right, how to take a screenshot on a Chromebook. And it'll give you some nice directions right off the bat. And a lot of the times they'll have pictures. On a Chromebook, if you have a Chromebook from the district, you're going to click the control button, which is down at the bottom, and the show button. And so the show button, it looks like a little square with 2 lines, and it's actually up the very top. Can you find escape in the left-hand corner? count 6 buttons over, and that's what it is on a Chromebook. So I'm going to go back to my iReady dashboard, and I'm going to click my buttons. And did you see that my mouse made like a little crosshair? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the left-hand corner, and I'm going to click down while moving my finger, and it starts to highlight stuff. So I'm going to highlight this. If you're doing it on a Chromebook, it's bright white. And my camera makes, or my computer makes a little camera noise, which is kind of nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize all of this stuff. And here is my my screenshot, right? And so I want to, I want to name it. I want to rename it so that when I'm uploading my file, I'm not getting confused, because you can see I have another one up here from earlier. So I'm going to rename this, and rename, oh gosh. There we go. Rename. So I want to name it something so that I can find it easily. And if you look right here, I already have an iReady vocabulary week 2. So let's say iReady vocabulary week 3. If your advisory teacher is asking you to do this consistently, you're going to have a lot, right? So you want to make sure that you're really specific about what you're naming things so that you have a good and easy time finding it. So I'm back in the Google form now, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to upload this, and it says add file. So I'm going to click that, and I have to search my device for my screenshot that I just took. And this is where naming it is really going to help you out. So I saved mine on my desktop. If you're on a different computer like a Chromebook, it will save in the downloads. And so you'll click your downloads folder, and you're going to look for it. But mine, I saved it on my desktop. And remember, I named it iReady Vocabulary Week 3. So I'm going to click that. Here's a picture of it so I can double check it. And then I'm going to click open. And there it is. It's waiting for me. If my teacher asked me, maybe they wanted to see my vocabulary work and my math, then I could add more files easily, right? But for today, it just said one thing. So I'm going to click upload. Took it a little bit to load, not very long. And there it is. It's ready for my teacher to see. So I'm going to click submit. Now, when I go back to my email, I'm going to get a receipt right here that I did this work. Just when your family goes to the store or you're buying something and you get a receipt and it's proof of purchase, you want to make sure that you're keeping your receipts from your Google Forms, because it's proof that you did the work. And in your inbox, if you just keep it in there, it can get overwhelming and it can get kind of hard to find what you're looking for, right? So you can make folders to help organize yourself. I call them folders, but Gmail actually calls them labels. So if you go down here to more on the left-hand side of your email and you click that, and then you scroll a little bit farther, you can create new labels. So let's say you want to keep this under reflections, right? Or maybe you want to keep it under academic goals. Or since it's iReady specific, what if I called it iReady work? Something like that, okay? So you name it. Again, naming it and being specific about what you're naming is really going to make your life easier. You're going to click create, and now you have that label. So in your inbox, you're going to click the receipt that you just got from doing that Google form. And if you go up here to the top, do you see this little it looks like a file folder to me with an arrow, and it says move to. If you click that, it has all of your labels or your folders that you've created. And you can see I have one for Google Forms and quizzes, but the one that we just made, we called it iReady work. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to store it there. Let's say later on your teacher says, you know what, I want to look back at all of the goals that you've had this year, and let's see how you've grown. Again, this is where you're going to go to your folder, and you're going to find that stuff, and you might have a whole bunch here. Sometimes you can remember what goals you've made and how you've done. Sometimes that's too hard. But if you have a record of all of your work and you can just kind of pop into some of your receipts and you can see, like, oh, yeah, I was really struggling with multiplication at the beginning of the year, and I worked really hard on that, and now I'm way past that. I'm working on triple digit multiplication. I'm on graphing. I've taken a weakness and I've worked on it, and now it's a strength. So that's kind of nice to go through and find that. The other thing that you can do is, let's say you have to email your grandma, right? And you want to include the work that you've done to show her, like, hey, I have I've been doing really good on my iReady work, and I want to go on that sleepover. So you're going to click down here, it's the paper clip, and you're going to add your file. And again, naming it stuff is going to make your life easier. So there it is, iReady week 3. Okay, and you're going to say, like, check out my great work. Right? And so there it is down there at the bottom, and it's ready for grandma to look at, or mom, dad, whoever your big boss is at home, right? So I think that that is it. We have covered um, organizing our email, using those labels to make our lives easier so that we can find stuff. We covered keeping the receipts of our Google Forms and quizzes and why we should do that. It's always good to have proof that you've done the work. Taking a screenshot, which is really going to be helpful for lots of different situations, and then uploading a file, whether it's for a family member to look at or for your teacher to see some of the work that you've been doing. If you need help with any of those, you can reach out to me. Again, I'm Mrs. Russell. And if not, I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye.